G'day guys, Dazza from Dynamic Fishing and of course Matty. We are 1 hour west of Melbourne, a little place called Ballarat, you may have heard of it, and we are fishing Lake Wendoree. So I've never fished Lake Wendoree before, so we'll just have a bit of a cruise around, a bit of a trawl around the place. At this point it's 900 millimetres deep, so under a metre deep. It's full of weed by the look of it, so there's lots of reeds over there, so we might flick a few lures against the edge of those reeds and see what we can't pick up. So I'm tipping this is the cut through in Lake Wendoree. It's like children of the corn around here. As you can probably see, the place is just full of weed. We're only in a metre of water. These lures will be diving down to about 800 mil, I suppose, 3 feet in the old scale. And you can see the rod just continually looking like you're getting a hit, but just dragging through the weeds, so a little bit tricky, but we'll be right. So we've jumped into the rowing lanes here at Lake Wendoree. Still got the rods up in the rocket launchers to try and get us up out of the weed, and it's still a nightmare, just jagging up on weed everywhere. We're about 1.5 metres deep in the rowing lanes, but absolute nightmare at the minute, just weed after weed, so clearing the lures all the time. Any good, boys? Nothing. What's that?
Very quiet.
Very quiet, yeah. The weed is just killing us in this place. So we're going to stick the boat on the trailer. It's an hour south to a ripper spot called Lake Bullen, merri. And I'll guarantee you we'll catch fish there. That's it, baby. Safety chains on. We're out of here. An hour later, Lake Bullen, merri. Let's get that boat in. Have a crack at that. The place is just glassed off. It is deafeningly quiet. It's awesome. So on this side over here we've got the downrigger down. We're down at about 20 metres, and we have a CD7 Rapala. Also pimped out Rapala on that one over there, and that's sitting, that we're just flatlining, so probably about a metre below the surface. Downrigger has just let go, and we are on to a nice fish here, real nice. Of course he's fouled us with that other line there. Let's get that rod out of the way. It's foul hooked. Nice rainbow. Once again, a really nice rainbow. Foul hooked. Get that hook out of here, mate. There you go. Beautiful rainbow. There he is. Absolute ripper. so fat and healthy, these things, right through the girth. He might be dinner, I reckon. You can see what these guys eat in this place. It's absolutely full of these little minnows. Right there, they're all over. He spat all them out as we put him in. So that is their natural tucker in this place, and there's absolutely millions of them. So the old rainbows, they don't last too long. Like they don't like being out of the water for any substantial amount of time, if you will. The browns go okay. The salmon here, no worries at all. You can keep out the water for a while, get a couple of photos and whack them back in. But we normally keep them in a tub and with a bit of air running through it. But the rainbows just don't seem to last. So he's definitely going to be dinner, that fella. There he is, old Mr. Rainbow, still really fresh, so you can either let him set before you gut him up, or you must bleed him, of course. So the best way to do it is break their neck back and just bleed them out and gut them up, and a few lemons in the belly and a bit of foil on the barbecue, nothing better. We've taken out the guts of the fish there and the gills and all that sort of stuff, but you've still got a bloodline in there. Hopefully you can see that. There's a bloodline right through there that you've got to get out as well. So there's a little skin membrane on there. And the way I do it is just get your knife and just run it through sideways like that, because that bloodline will actually foul your meat. It'll foul the flesh of the fish and tastes horrible. So you need to get that bloodline out there as well. So just scrape it out like that. Give him a rinse in the water and Bob's your uncle. He's all sorted out and fixed up. Gills are gone, and you can see now that bloodline's all disappeared in there, and all you've got is beautiful pink flesh right through there, that fish. So he's going to be magnificent. My godfather, did you see the size of that salmon? Absolute monster. It was unbelievable. He was just tailing through the top of the water there. I seen his dorsal fin and his tail fin just swimming along happily. He didn't even worry about the boat coming towards him. We've got one on the top for a change. The downrigger. Not happy. Downring has done its job earlier, and we've got one on the top. That's good. Not a huge fish, but every fish is a winner. It'd be nice if it was that big monster we just saw, wouldn't it? Okay. Well, here he comes, he's coming up. I hate it when they come to the top and they want to jump. They usually jump clean off the hook. See that dirty water. There is another nice little rainbow. Not net this because I think he's only just. Little sucker in there. There you go. So he'll be right to release. Fresh and easy. The quicker you can get him back in the water, the more chance of survival in this place. Here he goes. That's good, the place is going alright. Love catching and releasing, but if they don't release well, we'll certainly take them home for a feed. There's a back jumping there. Only a little bloke, this fella. I'm tipping he's a rainbow. But they're coming up. They're starting to take the surface lures, which is good. See the colour of that water's filthy at the moment. What a nice fish. I'll try and keep him in the water this time. Beautiful. He's on the old pimped out Rapala. CD5, my own little pimped out pattern, works a treat. That's definitely the best way to release the rainbows, is to keep them in the water. If Maddie wasn't in the way, it'd be a lot easier, but anyway, that's his life. Here we go again. Uh-oh. I think we just dropped him. Yep, okay. Just done me. This is a Tassie Devil, I think, this time. Really weird, there's a bit of weight there, but there's just no fight. I reckon he knows he's hooked. Well, he sees my ugly head. Oh, he's gone. Only a little bloke. It's about the 5th one I've dropped in as many minutes. Yeah, well. Well, as you can see behind me, the sun is slowly setting behind the hills. It's been another cracker of a day here at Lake Bullen Merri. The place just never lets you down. It's fantastic. Trawling, downrigging, bait fishing, whatever you want to do, it always produces. As per Lake Wendoree this morning, didn't produce for us, but it's not really a place for trawling, I wouldn't think, or lure fishing. There's so much weed in the place, it's just a nightmare. You're forever taking weed off your hook and jagging up and popping to the surface, so definitely a bait fishing place for mine. Don't forget, at Lake Wendoree in a few weeks' time, there is a Against the Odds fishing competition happening. Dynamic fishing is a part of it, and we'd love to see you all there. Jump onto the Victorian Trout and Redfin Fishing page on Facebook for all the information about that one. So until I see you next time, this is Dazza and Maddie from Dynamic Fishing, wishing you all dynamic fishing.